What is up, everybody? We are live, episode 9, I believe, of the Get Fit ASAP podcast. Today we're going to be going over Strongman. We got Craig Tucker. He's one of our coaches here in Stockton. How long have you been coaching here, Craig?
I've been coaching here
12 years?
year. Oh, it feels like it.
Okay, beginning of the year.
6 months now, almost. I started at the very beginning of the year.
That's it?
Yeah.
Shit, dude. How long have you been shadowing for?
Oh, yeah, that's been quite a while. I had an interest in coaching about 2 years ago, and then I've just been watching ever since. You know, actually officially shadowing about November.
A year and a half, huh, or something like that. I mean, but you've been shadowing for a while.
Oh yeah, I've probably about on and off for a year when I was available.
Cool. This weekend we're going to be doing a Strongman seminar. Craig's going to be doing it here in Stockton. We also are going to be doing it in Dixon. Starts at 10 a.m. How long have you been doing Strongman for? Or I guess Strongman implements in CrossFit or whatever you want to, I guess.
Well, back in the olden days when we had our only one gym, we had Coach Jamie. She brought in a couple just the kegs full of sand. I was like, hey, put these on a box. I'm
Bags
like,
of
okay.
sand?
Not just kegs, just kegs.
Okay.
Bags of sand came later. It was just put them on a box. They were huge beer kegs, and they were not easy to move. But I was like, oh, this is way funner than just a barbell.
Yeah.
So just on and off for a couple years, done a few competitions.
Okay. So probably 2 years, something like that. Actually, it's probably been longer than probably 3 years.
I think it's been 3 actually. Yeah.
That was pretty cool. Yeah, Jamie's brought a lot of stuff into the gym, strongman stuff, yokes, farmer handles. They got so many
cool toys over there.
Atlas stones. I guess we're
farmer handles.
Yeah. Axle bars.
Yeah, axle bar. We'll be getting some of those here too. Pretty soon, next week or so.
We'll kind of talk about Strongman. If someone's not familiar with Strongman stuff, what is the biggest difference between, I guess, that and CrossFit?
They're actually pretty similar. So CrossFit, it's always different movements every day. You don't really know what to expect. It's functional movements for the most part. I would say Strongman takes it a step further, but it's more strength-based than it is cardio-based. So there are, a typical Strongman competition. It's got a couple events, around 5 or so. A long event is 90 seconds. That's long and grueling and painful, but usually they're about a minute long. But they're always
all anaerobic, basically.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You're shaking by the end of it.
high output, high intensity, low volume.
Low volume. Yeah.
Low duration. Yeah. And then obviously if it's small or shorter duration, it's probably going to be heavier weights or a higher intensity.
Yeah, for example, one coming up that I was interested in doing, and the lightweight class, it's max reps at 365 pounds in a minute. You do as many deadlifts as you can do. That's more than most people's one rep max deadlift, let alone do. Hey, try to get 10, 15. If you can do 15, you're probably going to do pretty well in that competition.
Yeah.
But sometimes it's like, hey, what's the heaviest you can do? They want to see your max deadlift, and it'll be something weird. It's never going to be a normal deadlift. They might have it on tires. They might have it on a bar, super
car deadlift.
wide, or a car deadlift. Those ones look cool. Yeah,
I've never done it, but
that's where they put some kind of system under the tires of the car. That way you have to lift it up, so it's not a normal deadlift. But yeah.
It's like half the car weight or whatever.
Yeah,
It's on the tire. The thing I like about Strongman is the implements are, I feel, translate even better to real life because, if you're lifting weights at the bar or dumbbells, you got a nice grip, right? Everything's balanced. Everything's...
Yeah. You're never going to come into a situation, you might have an amazing, deadlift or clean if you're into Olympic weightlifting. But when are you ever going to find a kettlebell in nature? Hey, you might have to move a rock.
Perfectly balanced. A nice little handle for you to grab on. So
but when are you going to find a rock that that's shaped like that? But Strongman, one of the movements, they literally have movements or events. Hey, Atlas stones, which are just a big cement ball. They'll go from this big around to that big around. I can't even get my hands around it. Those are for the giants. And then they also just have events. It's just a random stone. They'll find, hey, put this over your head. Good luck with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or like that. What's that big log? It's called a log.
It's just a log. Yeah.
I don't know if they call it something else or whatever, but yeah, that's where they clean and press it or whatever.
Yeah. So
ground to overhead basically, but
yeah, that thing will be a foot or more in just diameter.
Yeah.
And then you have to they drill handles into it, and you have to get it from the ground to your chest, over your head somehow, and it's pretty awkward. Just just by the size, dimensions. It ain't a barbell.
I think it's really hard to like just get in that front rack because like you have to like lean back more than because it wants to fall forward because it's so big and it's
exactly. A barbell, it's going to fit in there like, oh, this is the most perfect position you can ever be in.
Nice in the crease.
Yeah, strong. A log, like you're saying, you're leaning back because the thing is huge. It's in your face.
Yeah, it's in your face.
Yeah. Then now lift it and don't hit your head. But that's what you're going to find in they always say like prepare for the worst. So in a pretty messed up situation, whatever you experience in life, it's not going to have that barbell. It's more likely to be like that log or that stone.
Exactly.
So I feel like it's a pretty good training style for same as CrossFit. You got your moms and dads or grandpas or grandmas. They need to learn how to pick up just groceries or get themselves off the floor. All the way to a tactical athlete. So tactical is like your fireman, your policeman, your army. Like they're not going to come into that barbell in a war zone. They're going to come into those situations they need to be prepared for.
Even sports like football, you're not moving a barbell, right?
Yeah,
you're moving
exactly.
a person.
Yeah.
They're awkward. They're pushing back against you. You're not going to have a good grip usually. Or rugby or like any really contact sport.
Like having that base level of strength that's so important. So deadlifts, cleans, bench press, king of all lifts, right? All those are important, just to build strength, but then Strongman's great for teaching you how to apply it. Yeah. Okay, here's an object you've never picked up before. Go do it for reps.
Yeah. I think the only thing would be like the duration, or kind of separates sport a little bit from the, the sport of strongman to like maybe to athletics or sports. It's going to be a lot longer duration. I mean, in football, right, the play lasts about, not 5 to 10 seconds, so that's not too bad. Then you get a rest, so maybe applies to that a little bit better. But rugby, you're constantly running, so it might, just a little bit different.
Yeah, I would say like rugby, like you combine CrossFit and you combine Strongman, and you got a pretty good training program for rugby or sports similar to that.
I think it's really just what really helps is just the odd objects and because you're working your grip more, you're getting used to moving things that are awkward, and I think that translates a lot better to sport than just using a barbell or stuff like that.
Yeah.
Another reason I really like it is because it's something new. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, I did cleans, I do snatches all the time, I do deadlifts all the time, but hey, we got those sandbags. Like, when we got the sandbags, like, all right, let's clean this now. Yeah. Let's deadlift this now.
Every time we get a new toy, it's like we use it 2 or 3 times a week. Just 'cause like, hey, this is fun, it's new. And then, kind of slow
Sandbag
down.
marks right there.
Then I got a new injury that I've never gotten before. It looks like I burned myself for fun. Promise I don't, Mom. And it's just, you get used to it, I got some scratches, but I learned from it.
Yeah.
I become a more efficient person. I
got a lot.
Wise.
I mean, we've done the sandbag cleans when we first got it, I think we did it like 2 or 3 times a week.
Sandbag Tuesdays and Sandbag Fridays.
Yeah. For what, 2 or 3 weeks?
Yeah, but our deadlift shot up.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. My lower back felt a lot stronger.
Yeah.
Because then I went to go do some accessory work, and I went to go do some good mornings, and it was, I forget what weight I was doing, but it was super easy. I was like, whoa, what did I do different? And the only thing we did different was we've been doing a lot of sandbag.
Yeah, I remember, it was good mornings, you could do 155 or something like that. I don't know what number it is. I could do 135 and I'm shaking on the way down. Now I'm 135 for reps.
Yeah.
I haven't changed that much besides stuff like the sandbags. Because I'll say 50% of strongman movements, they're going to involve that posterior chain. So back to butt to even calves. I felt that today in the sled pulls. It's going to work everything on the backside. And then the other half's going to work every upper body. There's so much pressing and actually a lot of abdominal movement that you don't really think about.
That's what I was going to say is your core work, because especially when lifting those heavy anything. I mean, you're doing yokes or yoke carries, farmer carries, any kind of carry really. I mean, all you're doing is bracing and moving.
Yeah.
So it probably works your freaking core so good.
One of the tests at the CrossFit Strongman seminar was, we're practicing all the typical movements you'll see. You can't prepare for all of them, so we did about 7 or 8. One of them was a farmer carry. So farmer carry, if you don't know, it's just literally just pick an object, walk away. It was farmer handles, which are probably the most optimal thing you can carry.
Yeah, but sometimes it.
Yeah. But in Strongman, that's all that's happening. That's pretty cool. And you have to pick them up. And the goal was get to body weight, which
in each hand or
each hand. So
damn, that's pretty.
Well, yeah. I mean,
actually, that wouldn't be too bad for me.
Yeah, that's one of those events it's in your favor when you're on the heavier side of CrossFit. It's not so much fun. But dude, that my core was shaking because like anytime you're carrying something like that and you shake or budge when you don't want to, you're gonna hit the ground. They're gonna knock against each other. You're gonna lose control. So you have to stay stable. Yeah. But like training that way, and now hey, go do like a clean jerk. You know, now you're used to way worse. Now the clean jerk, you're way more stable.
Your nice always shoes. Nice platform.
You train
nice and balanced.
Yeah, train dirty, make it hard, and then you go into a perfect setting, and you're like, oh man, I'm used to it being way harder. Yeah. And it just makes a huge difference. Like I've noticed that in particular with my jerks actually, just like the more I've been doing the strongman stuff, I had like a little bit of adjustment period, but like they're so much easier now, more control.
I remember when I did one strongman competition. I think Jamie made me do it, and it was in Santa Cruz Strength and Conditioning, I believe. I think it was about maybe 4 years ago.
It was right after she brought in those.
Yes,
those
I don't know. It's probably 3 years ago.
Yeah, I think it was 3 years ago because I was 15.
Yeah, but we had to do a farmer's carry. I believe it was 200 in each hand. I don't think I've ever done it that heavy before. And Jamie's like, she told me before, hey, just grab it. Just don't act like it feels heavy and just go. Like, you know, because you see other people grab it and they're like waddling back and forth and stuff like that. I was like, all right, I'm just going to deadlift it. Because obviously the handle's a little bit higher than a bar, so it's a little bit easier to deadlift, right? And
theoretically.
Yeah, because it's less range of motion. But so obviously picked it up, wasn't too bad. Started walking and like, oh my, it felt like I was carrying 1,000 pounds. Like it just looked like it was. I was like. It was funny because right when she said, oh, make sure it doesn't look,
yeah,
I think it's not heavy. And I was like, dude, I picked it up and I'm like, holy shit. I was like walking around like.
Fake it till you make it, right?
Dude,
Did you make it?
No, I wasn't faking it. I don't know what I got in that event, but it wasn't very good, I don't think.
Oh, yeah, no. When I had
I'm a little on the lighter side. I think the weight class was 180 and below, and I think I was like 150. So I was a little light in the class. Yeah. Everyone was like getting weighed in and they're, taking off their shoes. I think I was wearing a backpack. So it was just like,
What a good problem to have.
Well, no, that's not a good problem.
Hey, it was good. It was a good problem having those push-ups today. I'll tell you what.
Well, that's in this story.
Yeah.
Well, like, have you ever watched that movie on Netflix with Eddie Hall? The documentary on it?
No, I didn't watch it yet.
It's pretty good. So Eddie Hall's like
a
famous strongman competitor.
Yeah.
But he was saying like the main job of the hardest part of strongman is just staying big. Or being big. He said the biggest man wins really, and I think he was like 420 or 30 pounds, and he said that the eating's worse than the actual training.
Yeah, I've heard both Brian Shaw, so he's one of those the big winners. He's
from USA, so probably a lot of people are familiar with him.
He's won. They have so many world's strongest man competitions. Hard to keep track of. But I
think they have multiple ones per year now.
Yeah, they have a circuit, and he's like the Rich Froning of strongman. Like he just won back to back to back. Had a rough year this year so far.
Yeah,
but he said the same thing.
I think that Thor guy has won a lot.
Yeah, he's won. He's dominated this year. And they both
was he the Game of Thrones guy?
Yeah. Half of Bjornsson.
People probably know him too.
Yeah, if you ever watched Game of Thrones,
I never watched it, but
he's the current dominator of the year. But like they both said, and Eddie Hall has said, like these guys are. Actually, Eddie Hall's kind of on the short side at 6'2", I think, but they're like 6'7".
Shaw's like 6'9", I think,
6'7",
right?
6'9".
Crazy. 400 pounds. I'm like
400 plus. 400's on a lighter side is a crazy thing. Yeah. They can. The Mountains currently compete at like 440 pounds.
Which one's the Mountain Thor?
Yeah, 440 pounds. Brian Shaw said the same thing. Like their diets are all about like they don't do
calories.
Steak. They don't do steak. They don't do chicken. They do ground beef and ground bison. Just like literally because it's easy to chew. Half their job is cooking and eating, sleeping, and then they actually train occasionally. Like their training sessions are brutal. Like I've watched them. Like I would not be able to survive. But like eating's the hardest part for them, because like competitive strongman it's the big boys. Like I am small.
You think
for
it's
strongman.
just? Oh yeah, for sure. You think it's just for like recovery purposes, probably? The eating in the sleep.
Yeah, so
I guess when you're heavier, you're gonna be stronger, right? And then
mass wins mass.
Yeah, the events are so short in duration where they're not doing. You can be big and you'll be fine. I mean, it's actually really gonna help you because.
Yeah, so like I was saying earlier, the longest competition I've seen is 90 seconds. That's the longest event. Maybe there's some 2-man ones out there or whatever, but that's crazy, honestly, because like the whole we were talking about is they're heavy, they're brutal.
Yeah.
Your hands are hurting, your legs are shaking, something's dying on you. It feels like, So if all your events are no longer than 90 seconds on average, we'll say most of them are a minute, you don't need to be in amazing shape. Like,
do
if
a
you can hold
workout,
on,
20-minute workout, 15
if you can hold on for a minute and then have like a 20-minute rest between your next event, you're good. You know, health-wise, that's not great for you. Like
I
Eddie
like
Hall, I'm concerned for that guy's health every single day.
No, that's what he said too. He said that's why he retired.
Yeah, because
he said it's not.
He's 6'2" or 6'3", something like that, which isn't super tall really, and he's 400 something pounds.
Yeah,
that guy is like, he needs to go jog or something, just because like for general health. If you're taller, it's not that extreme on the body, but it's still pretty pushing.
He's got a big gut and stuff.
Yeah.
So the strongman that we're gonna do for the clinic, what are we gonna do this clinic, or what are we gonna have people practice on? Because I know strongman stuff for as far as like we do in the gym and like for CrossFit, it's a little bit different than what they do. Some similar stuff, but what do you got planned for this weekend?
I'll be hosting for the Stockton and Lodi locations, and what we're going to be focusing on is sandbags, because we recently all of our gyms got these sandbags.
What are the sandbags?
So
if someone doesn't know,
it's we'd use the Rogue sandbags, so they're pretty circular. They're pretty similar in shape to an Atlas stone, which is just a concrete ball. All right, so we'll use those. That way.
Benefits of that over Atlas stone, or pros and cons of it?
Atlas stone, it hurts.
Yeah.
And then there's also the practical issues of, well, one, it hurts. You get bruised up on it. That's not. It takes the fun out of it.
Tar on their arms,
yeah,
right?
tacky,
For grip
tacky,
or
yeah.
tacky, yeah.
So if you wanted to go heavy with that, it's kind of like inconvenience. Like, hey guys, tacky up, and then half the class is tackying up and cleaning yourself off. And then just storage, like those things take up space. Like if you got the storage, if we had it, I would love it.
Yeah.
If we gotten like a competitive following, I would, hey, let's get some stones.
Yeah.
But just for like general usage, general strength, like the sandbags, they'll train your grip, they'll train your back, like we were saying earlier, train your hips actually. Like people don't realize this, but like it's a sandbag or an Atlas stone's pretty similar to a power clean. You get it up, hips through. Get it over the bar or over your shoulder, whatever the case may be. So we'll be doing over a lot of those, kind of like going step by step how to do them, why we do them. Like I was just saying, like it's going to help. Like here in Stockton and Lodi, we have a lot of Olympic weightlifters. So I want to teach them, like, hey guys, here's just another way to get stronger. I'm not saying replace it, but like it's another new thing,
Carries.
Yeah, we're actually going to go over the different types of carries. So for us, a heavy farmer carries with both hands, maybe one hand. It's called a suitcase carry. And then the trick is to resist leaning to one side.
That shit's hard.
It's easy to carry, but don't lean. That's hard. Like I was doing with 70-pound kettlebells this morning, just one arm at a time. I was feeling it. And then of course we can have a strongman clinic or day without tires.
There you go.
Yeah, your favorite.
I hate the tires because every single person that comes. Not every single person, but a lot of people that haven't done CrossFit and ask about CrossFit is like, oh yeah, you guys do tires? I'm like, yeah, we do tires sometimes, but it's like not very often. And then
when we
everyone thinks, oh, I just did CrossFit, I flipped a tire. I'm like, oh my god, there you go again.
Congratulations, right?
Yeah.
No, when we announced it, I posted a picture of me flipping a tire, and I got 3 people messaging me, dude, are there gonna be tires? It's only going to be tires, and then. We will never do tires in the class CrossFit watch, just because it's hard to program. Not all of the gyms have.
You gotta have 20 tires or whatever.
Yeah, and then so we programmed it once, and it was awesome. I got to teach everything I just learned from the seminar, and then 3 people couldn't make it, and all 3 of those people were like, "Hey, Craig, are we gonna do tires at your Strongman seminar?" I'm like, yeah, we are." It's like cool because I missed it, and that's all I'm coming for. I'm gonna do a couple tire flips and leave. I'm like, well, you're gonna do the whole thing, to be honest. But yeah, tires. If you aren't familiar, it's a big tractor tire.
How much do they weigh, roughly?
The ones we have are between 250, 350. Actually, I just saw in Lodi. There's a pretty bigger one I hadn't noticed. That one might be bigger.
Like 5 or something?
I would imagine it's more like 350 to 450.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. The 550, those are pretty heavy. Those are strong. I think that's what I had to do at the gym.
Huh? Or at the CrossFit Games, they had to do 550 tire, I think, I believe.
The pig, so the replication of a tire, right?
But no, they did a tire too.
Really? Okay, I don't remember
the teams did.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because they had to do a deadlift and they had to jump through it.
Oh, that sucks.
And do a deadlift and jump through it, yeah.
That sounds miserable.
You know, it might have been 2 people flipping it though. I don't know. I forget exactly.
That's pretty
still.
cool,
I think the tire was really heavy.
So and then if you can, hey, 350 pounds, that's way too heavy. It's you're working at a way better vantage point. So don't be scared of that if you're a little antsy to that.
Technically, I mean not technically, but as far as physics go, but you're only lifting half the tire, right?
Yeah, you lift.
It's a little bit more than that, but
get your legs under it, and then you're pushing it over. It's so much easier than a deadlift.
I don't know about that, but
it's mechanically it's
all
easier.
relative, I guess.
Right? Height helps with that. If you don't come to the eye level of the tire, it makes it a little bit harder. I understand that. But then you could scale it down. Really, you could go to like a semi-truck tire. They're smaller.
Yeah.
Then you go down to even like the tires on my Honda, if like a kid or someone who has severe issues, we could go down to that level. And then we could get heavy tires, and like you're saying, partner, you both have to do it. Requires teamwork. You get a good workout, do it with a friend. High fives, butt slaps, as Rob Orlando likes to say.
I don't know. I've never heard that.
I'm sure you have.
I don't know. Not from him, but what else? So we got tires. We got farmer carries. We got yoke carries, right? We got the sandbags. What other stuff? I mean, probably the other things people already know, like pressing. We got some axle bars, right?
Yeah, actually, Dixon has a nice, healthy collection of axle bars.
What's the difference of that?
So an axle bar is just like your typical gym bar, only it's thicker. Like, I can't get my hand around it all the way.
It's basically the same diameter as the sleeve on the barbell, correct? And it just goes all the way through.
I think it's, approximately
technically,
like that, yeah. And then it doesn't spin, though. Mm-hmm. Those weights on there are not going to spin, so you can't grip it super well. You can't. They don't spin, so when you go clean, it kind of wants to keep on going with you if it doesn't fly out of your hands. So you need a strong grip. And there's another way of doing a clean called the continental clean, which is a whole other story.
Sketch.
It's hard. I've never done super heavy with it. I've just managed to kind of get by with my Olympic weightlifting background.
Yeah.
I know that's limiting, to be honest, but yeah, we'll have axle bars. We're getting a little.
What else?
Getting that going.
Are we missing anything?
Probably
the majority.
For people you don't know, like he said, yoke carry. That's just basically a big bar that goes across your back, then comes towards the floor. It's like in the shape of an H. It's just a really good way to train your entire body to support a heavy load, because like you'll carry 400 pounds, 300 pounds for most of the women.
You can carry a pretty good weight over your body weight.
I'll carry 500 pounds. My squat is nowhere near 500 pounds because you're just walking, and it's supposed to be really, really hard. Stepping, or very small steps. And then there's what's kegs, beer kegs. I mentioned that earlier.
Kegs, yeah, it's kind of odd objects, right?
Yeah, and I've seen anvils, I've seen fire hydrants. Just pick them up, get them over your head. But what's hard?
What I thought was cool too is Rogue just made these new sandbag throws.
Oh yeah, one of them.
I want to get some of those, but we probably don't have a place to do it, and it probably wouldn't be a good idea. But that looks cool though. Dude, because I always see them do that event, and I always think it looks cool.
And the competitive top level strongman competitions, it's one of the things they'll do is like kettlebells or little kegs, or now they got the sandbags. You just swing, and then throw it over your head, over the super tall bar, and then it's like for weight or for height. They do a bunch of different records. Like that'd be cool.
Mine would be like 3 feet. No, I'm just kidding.
They're pretty light. They're like 40 pounds.
Dude, have you thrown 40 pounds before? They throw it like 15 feet in the air, I think.
Oh, you can go over 3 feet. I mean,
I can get 3 feet maybe. Maybe, I don't even know, dude. Try to throw a 55-pound kettlebell.
Do you have your permission?
No, actually, maybe in the sand. But
all right, no,
actually, you have no permission at all, unless you want to pay for it.
It's alright. I was asking.
You break, you buy.
How much was the kettlebell?
I don't know. It was $100 maybe.
Oh, no, I ain't got that much. Just throwing something. But yeah. Then what's hard is the things you can't prepare for, like crazy events like.
Well, I know, the real strongman events, they have a little more variety or a little more availability of different stuff. Like, what's that one thing called when they hold it in each arm? I think it's called the Hercules hold. So it's like there's a weight on this side and there's weight on both sides. Your arms are fully outstretched, and it feels like it's just tearing you apart basically because the weights are falling. Have you done it before? No, I'm a little scared too. I think it's mostly grip, or probably just feel like it's ripping your
shoulder strength. I imagine
probably it's probably a little bit of everything. Actually.
Yeah, it's probably your whole upper body and core, but grip is a major factor in that. Yeah.
What else do they do? That we don't usually do or usually see.
I
They
think
do the throws are the thing, but we already talked about that.
Deadlifts, but tires are on the bar. That so it's taller. It's a rack pull.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, people see that
or
a lot.
The wheelbarrow deadlift, or like because that's higher.
Yeah, the frame carry. That's I've seen people do it with a car. You know, they kind of gut a car out a little bit, and then you put handles on there.
Basically a yoke.
Yeah, it's a yoke or a
awkward.
farmer carry. It's some combination sometimes. You just pick up a car, walk away with it. Yeah.
We need to get some more. We need to get some logs for Stockton. That'd be cool because they have that in Dixon. Like that'd be a good thing to.
Oh yeah,
practice.
logs are cool and they're like
hard.
I said, overhead stability and posterior chain. Like that's a full body workout right there.
Yeah. Cool. Well, I think that's about it for the Strongman. Like I said, if you guys are available this weekend, come on over. Craig's gonna be doing for Lodi and Stockton, or whoever wants to closer to Stockton location. Jamie's gonna be doing it in Dixon, so maybe if you're in Sac, you can kind of go either way. But they'll be over there on that side. They got a little bit more tools over there because Jamie's has a lot of strongman stuff. So
they got a head start.
Yeah, they'll be able to have a little bit more stuff. We still have quite a bit of stuff over here too. But if you guys had a chance to go to either location, go on them over. It should be fun. It's always fun learning new things and getting better at. Well, I just changed it up, man.
Yeah, just to keep that fire going because if you just do the same thing day in and day out, like you're gonna get burnt out and then you're not gonna be exercising at all. So you might as well change it up a little bit.
Plus, if you're trying to get stronger, or maybe you're afraid of doing this stuff and like you're not comfortable with it, come and try it out. We're gonna teach you guys. We're gonna make sure you guys are staying safe. We're gonna show you the proper technique to everything, and we're gonna have fun. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah. Don't forget to subscribe and like our YouTube channel, Get Fit ASAP podcast on iTunes. What else we got over here? Instagram _ASAP Fit _. Follow us on Facebook. If you guys have any questions, don't hesitate to leave a comment or even hit us up on, anything. But hit Craig up here in the gym if you guys have any questions about it. Also, anything Strongman.
Instagram, you can just look up Craig Tucker. You'll probably
Come on,
find
Craig.
me.
His name is Come on, Craig.
Come on, Craig 220.
220.
A little throwback to Friday.
He just watched Friday last year, just to let you guys know. No,
it was this year.
A couple months ago.
Yeah, it was this year. It was
eye-opening. It's sad.
It was eye-opening.
It's sad. Come on, big worm.
All right, that's enough of that.
Thanks for coming in, guys. I'll see you guys next week.
See you there.